Welcome to Chamber Chat. I'm Roxy Deer with the Wayne County Area Chamber of Commerce, and I'm joined today virtually with Amy Dillon from Brewer Broadcasting and Dakota Pennington, also from the Wayne County Chamber. Thank you two for joining me today.
Certainly, it's an honor. Thank you.
Yeah, glad to be here.
So obviously this is not the Chamber Chat studio that we're used to having, but we're via Zoom and we're all working in different locations. Amy, you're actually working from your office. Tell us what that's been like.
I tell you, this whole quarantine has been like nothing that I don't think any of us ever experienced anything close to. So we were very quick to set up the working from home, working remotely. We even had the air staff working from home through Skype technology and different things, and found a way to make it work. We've done a lot of Zoom meetings, whether it's presentations or team meetings. So we're really using technology. But last week, we felt good in starting to phase some people back into the building. So we've had a couple Monday, Wednesday group and a Tuesday, Thursday group to help the people that have been in the building the whole time kind of slowly adjust to more bodies. And the people that have been working remotely from home adjust back into being around people. So next week, we'll be further along, and then the following week we'll be full back. Of course, that can change at any time, but cross our fingers.
Yes, it's nice to ease into it, and it's good to hear that your staff's been able to keep up with the work that you're doing. I've heard the radio. If you didn't know that if you didn't know that they weren't in the studio, you wouldn't have any idea. So I listened to the stations in the morning, and I'm like, oh, they're doing a full broadcast. It's amazing.
Yeah, the technology has been great, and it's been a little challenge from time to time, but you learn what you're made of. So
you do. Dakota, where are you calling in from today?
I am calling in from my home office, my little loft area upstairs. It's my man cave, now turned office. It's where I work, and then after work, immediately play video games. So don't really have to do too much commuting after work anymore.
I think that'll be the hardest thing for everyone who has a long commute. They'll have to start going back to their commute after all of this. Yeah. So we brought you here both today to talk about an event that we're getting ready to kick off, but it's through the Buy Local Committee. So Dakota, you're the staff lead for the Buy Local Committee for the Chamber, and Amy, you sit on that committee. Amy, why don't you tell us a little bit about what the Buy Local Committee tries to achieve?
Well, the Buy Local is all about supporting local businesses. Whether that's the small mom and pops with 2 or 3 full-time employees, or the larger locally owned businesses, to keep the money right here in town and do all we can to network and do projects and campaigns to help make it a reality and to help them thrive.
And Dakota, tell us a little bit about this new project. What is coming down? I know it's quarantine and COVID related, and it's about coming back to work. So tell us about this project.
Yeah, so we are eager to get back out in the community. So during our last meeting, we started planning a grand reopening for when the county is able to open fully. So what that looks like is, starting downtown Richmond, going to Centerville, Cambridge, Hagerstown, then meeting back at the depot in Richmond, and just kind of holding short, brief ribbon cuttings in each of those areas as we welcome our community back, and having those local businesses, being able to be open and start business as usual.
So the goal of this project is to really celebrate that our businesses were able to stay open or to maintain their business through all of this, but to celebrate that they're back in business and that we can visit their stores now. And I think that's really exciting. What local stores have you two missed the most while all this has been going on?
I've loved the fact that I can do curbside.
Yes.
I'm a little spoiled, as a matter of fact, I think. So if I, order my favorite restaurant, and I call, I'm here, and they bring it right out to me. That's been really cool. And I even did that in some of the chain stores. They're doing the curbside delivery, and I kind of like that.
I hope that continues after this. I know for myself, I've personally enjoyed curbside as well, but I've also loved the online shopping that has
Yes.
happened, the Facebook Lives that have happened for our small boutiques. Dakota, what about you? What have you missed with all of this?
I've missed being able to, I think my favorite local restaurant's got to be Legends.
Mm-hmm.
And even though I get that probably more times than I should, that's, healthy for me. I miss being in that atmosphere, just being in any atmosphere, where there's, people and, just not being worried about all this stuff going on. So I think that'd be the main thing, is just going to these, sitting out on the patio at Sheba's and just, even though back open to some limit, just being free in a sense. So really missed all that stuff.
It's been,
well, Roxy,
go ahead, Amy.
Kind of a follow-up to that, when you talked about what we're missing, and I mentioned how the station is using the new technology and learning new ways to do things. And I'll tell you what, my heart goes out to these small business owners that are doing the exact same thing. Whether it's Paint the Town, they put together the kits that you can order online or on Facebook and then come by and pick up since they're not open all the time. Some of the businesses that are doing virtual shopping, Roger, Richard, going through the store with his camera, and you can order things by making comments. And just the creativity and out of the box thinking that I think we'll see some of it stick around after we're all finally through this.
Definitely.
I really hope that we learn to keep a lot of this together. I'm sure all three of us have felt the pressure of all the online meetings that we are able to accomplish in half the time and not have to leave a location. And so I don't want to go back to all virtual meetings, but I think some meetings can go to virtual now. And I think we'll be happy to have a little bit more office time without so much travel.
Okay.
Dakota, if a business is interested in getting involved in this and being part of the ribbon cuttings, who do they need to contact? What can they do?
Contact me at dakota@wcareachamber.org. Feels good to say that and know what my email is. I know last time I was on here, I was new enough to where I didn't even know my own email. So kind of had to throw that one out there. I'm glad you asked me that question. But yeah, contact me. More information will be followed. We're going to send out, once we have more details, we'll send an email blast out to, all of our members. And if you aren't a member, same email, we can get you started on that. So we'd love to have anybody.
Dakota, so part of your job is to talk to members who, or maybe businesses, we should say, that may not know why they should join the chamber. What would you tell them right now when they may have been shut down? What are reasons that you think that they should join the chamber?
The chamber is such an amazing resource to have, especially during, all of our think tanks that we hold, just the amount of resources we are able to provide for everyone. I was reading an article, and the chamber is in a sense, a life raft during, these times. So, all the information, the newsletters every week, just keeping everyone up to date as to what's going on, what you can do as a business to kind of help you through these times. Just feel like we just have a lot of information to share and a lot of resources to share that, it's almost a no-brainer to want to be a part of that.
Amy, as a board member for the chamber, are there things that you think businesses need to know about what we do and how we can serve them?
Well, I think that as Dakota said, it's a great resource for sharing information, but it's also our voice. The chamber is advocating at the state level and the national level to help Wayne County, improve and be better and thrive and get certain funding and certain things through. So on that end of it, certainly it's a support group that needs everybody in the community helping. But I also look at some of the research projects that the chamber's taken on. No different than last week at the board meeting, we saw the results of a survey of how COVID-19 is affecting businesses and who's laying off people, who is actually busier because of this. And those resources don't happen without good member support.
Great. Well, I want to say thank you both for joining me today. I know this is not our typical studio, but this is a great way to chat. It's great to see both of you. I can't wait till we can be in the same room and put all of our think tanking brains together to come up with some new projects. I'm really excited about the grand reopening of Wayne County, and thank you both for joining us. It's been a great interview.
Our pleasure. Thank you.